Well, during November, the bishops were meeting, and Kevin was down there, because Kevin's everywhere. And while he's not here, but he's everywhere else, had a chance to catch up with Bishop Parkes, and this is what they talked about.
Joining us now is Bishop Gregory Parkes of the Diocese of Pensacola-Tallahassee, Florida. Thank you so much for being with us, Bishop.
You're very welcome, Kevin. It's good to be with you.
Maybe if you could start off just telling us a little bit about the diocese and how long you've been bishop for.
Sure. We're located in the panhandle of Florida. So if you can picture the state of Florida, it would be the upper northwest part. My diocese is 18 counties. The Catholic population in my diocese is only 5%. It's a very Christian area, Bible Belt, but not very Catholic, and it's been that way for many years. So we're a large diocese area-wise, about 16,000 square miles. I have 58 parishes and missions, and I have been bishop there since 2012.
What was it like for you? I understand you have been in Florida for a number of years too, so you're kind of familiar to the, not particularly to that area, but to Florida itself.
Sure. Prior to being named bishop, I was a priest and pastor in the Diocese of Orlando. Orlando and the Panhandle are very, very different. There's really not much at all similar to them. I would say the main difference is that up in the Panhandle, it's a lot more established. In Florida, we have a saying that in the state you have to go north to get south. So my diocese is much more southern than Central Florida would be or South Florida would be. But good family values, people that have lived there for generations, a military presence. We have 7 military bases in the diocese as well. So I love it there. It's great.
Yeah, what would you say to some of the, I suppose, ecumenical relations are a big part of your ministry, as well as serving the servicemen and women there?
Sure. It is. Ecumenism is something that's very important and something that we as a diocese and myself as bishop have tried to emphasize. I have to say one of my good friends in Pensacola is the pastor of the First Baptist Church, Dr. Barry Howard. We've gotten to know each other and go to lunch frequently. We tend to talk more about social issues that we hold in common and spiritual issues as opposed to doctrine. But it's been a good relationship, and I know our priests and pastors are engaging in that type of dialogue throughout the diocese with other denominations and faiths.
Yeah. And I understand, too, you're a chaplain in the National Council of Catholic Women, too. What's that been like for you, and in terms of the organization itself, how important that is?
Yeah, the week before Christmas last year, Archbishop Kurtz, the outgoing president of the Bishops' Conference, called me and asked if I would be willing to serve as the Episcopal liaison to the National Council of Catholic Women. I was in a giving mood that it was around Christmas, so of course I said, yes, Archbishop. But it's really been a blessing this year. I just recently attended the convention that they held in Indianapolis, and my role as Episcopal liaison is to act as a go-between the Council of Catholic Women on a national level and the Bishops' Conference, the Bishops of the United States. So I'm appointed by the bishops, by the president of the conference, but I'm there to help and assist the Council of Catholic Women however I can.
I understand you have a Twitter handle, and how important is it to be able to connect with people along those lines?
It is. I really was not into social media a whole lot before I became a bishop, but when I arrived in my diocese, Pensacola-Tallahassee, I realized that it was an effective way to reach people that I wouldn't see on a regular basis. So I do Facebook, I have Twitter, as well as Instagram. And whenever I have an event of some kind of public appearance, I utilize those social media outlets to share with people what I'm doing. I like to say I use it so that people know their bishop is doing something. And I'm not just sitting in an office disconnected. And so they appreciate that. And it's amazing how many people follow you. They'll say, oh, I've seen you've been here and there. And also it's an opportunity to ask people to pray for particular causes, most recently the election that we just had, as well as when there's national tragedies or things that require special attention. It's an effective way for me as bishop to make a statement on those issues.
And I don't know if this is like an official thing, but I understand you are the tallest bishop in the United States. Is that true?
Kevin, to my knowledge, that is true, and I haven't met one taller than me, so just based on empirical evidence, I would say that's true. If you were to Google tallest bishop in the United States, I think my name would probably come up. I'm 6'8", so
That's great.
if somebody knows a bishop who's taller than me, please let me know.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much for spending some time with us, Bishop.
You're very welcome, Kevin. All the best to you and to your viewers. God bless you.